Dad, how are we going to go about that? Are you going to put it up?
It's on YouTube. I'll put it on YouTube now, too.
He's putting it on YouTube now, so if you wanted to take a listen to it afterwards, you can.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, just for people,
Of course, yeah, and a way to promote it. And then if he gets a chance to, when he gets a chance to edit it, we could definitely make sure that you.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, all that's fine. And I'm not supposed to curse.
Yes.
All right, I'll try not to.
No problem. Well, do the best you can. I mean, if it slides out, it slides out. But just not the F word if you can help it.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you. And
perfect.
tell your dad I said thank you as well. Do I know him?
I don't know, but you can get to know him on the show as well. So whenever you're ready, we're going to get ready to start.
Let's start. Here we go.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
Perfect.
Hi, this is Patricia Maya, and you're listening to DJ Danny Show on Hamilton Radio.
Hello, this is the DJ Danny Show on Hamilton Radio. Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, November 13th. I wanted to thank everyone for tuning in, everyone for listening. I also want to thank my guest, Johnny. Is it Pisano?
That's pretty good, but most people pronounce it paisano.
Paisano. Is that how you
It's
pronounce
kind of
it?
like kind of like friend in Italian.
Okay.
But technically, if you're in Italy, it's pisano.
Pisano.
But we're
it's
not in Italy, so you can pronounce it any way you want.
Okay, so
most
Johnny
people call me
Paisano.
paisano.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to our interview and many more to come with the songs that we're going to promote and everything in play. So let's get started. For everything that you've been starting with, because I know that first you've, was it music first, or did you start with your acting? Did it all come with like a mix? How did that all come about?
Well, when I was a kid, when I was 10 years old, me and my friend would have a boombox, and we would listen to our favorite songs, and some of them were, the band Kiss, and I would pretend to be Gene Simmons with like a baseball bat, and he would pretend to be Ace Frehley with a paddle. And my bass obsession kind of started there. When I listened to music, I would listen to the bass lines. Like there could be a screaming loud guitar solo, but my ear would go to the bass behind it. I would almost weed it out and find it. So that's how I knew in my heart, no matter what song I was listening to, I would always pay attention to the bass. And I always tell people that now, like sometimes I get to teach people and or just talk to people about music, and they wonder, oh, if I were to play an instrument, I wonder what I would want to be. And I would say, well, that's how you could tell. When you listen to music,
Yes.
what do you listen to? What do you hear? And they say, well, I really pay attention to the drums. I hear cymbals. And I'm like, well, maybe you're a drummer. You don't know it, but that's how you know what you are. It's what
That
you're drawn
definitely.
to. I would
Wow,
say.
that speaks to a lot of people though, especially if you hear it while they're playing the music or something. Like you have that special quality. You're perfect for piano.
You never know.
So you could be teaching
Yeah,
people that they
absolutely.
have a future ahead of music. Did you know that?
Yeah, exactly. And I think I have taught some people before, but I don't. I never learned how to read.
Okay.
When I was learning how to play, I learned to play by ear.
Okay.
And I had a teacher teach me like scales and a few other tricks. But then when I just went on my own, I would just literally. Back then, it's records, so there was vinyl. So I would get the vinyl, and I would put it onto cassette, and I would rewind and play really quick. Rewind, play to keep going over that same part, and then I would fish around the neck to try to find what the hell these people were doing. Whether it was at the time I was like learning Police songs, so I wanted to learn what Sting
Police.
was doing.
Yes, I love
or
that
Elvis
band.
Costello or something.
Oh, Abbott Costello. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking the best bass players to me. That's the amazing. Or Graham Mabey from Joe Jackson. So I was learning songs that way,
Okay.
and just trying to fish around. And then after a while, my ear just developed. It got better and better. So I don't think I have what they call perfect pitch, but I believe I have relative pitch. I could pick up pretty quickly.
Pick up what they're putting down, basically, which is in a good way.
Yeah, right.
So they have an idea of it. So you were.
Well, these days, people are emailing me, now it's work. So people email me, here's 20 songs. I need you to learn this for a gig.
Oh, that's true.
I actually sit home, learn the songs. If I need to write charts out, I'll write them in my own way. so I could understand them live. But I'd rather not learn them. I'd rather not learn them through the charts. When someone hires me to play a gig, I want to memorize their stuff because, not the singers don't want to turn around and see a guy with a music stand. Sometimes I'll hide my charts on the floor and you won't see them, but I'll still know the songs well enough to they'll just be like hints. They'll be like little cheat sheets almost, but they won't be like full-on charts. I will learn them as much as I can at home, but for the most part, I want to memorize your stuff.
Yes.
So I show up prepared, and this way I don't have to think. I could actually enjoy the gig. I don't have to look down. I could look at the singer. I could look at the crowd. I don't have to worry about what the next part is because I worked my ass off at home. I memorized it.
Most definitely. But with with being a musician, isn't that all what it takes as well? Like you want to put so much music out there for everyone to enjoy and for for you to enjoy as well, listening to yourself. And then from that,
absolutely.
You like you said, you work your butt off basically, but like people can see how much work you're putting through your music and you can hear the difference versus somebody that's not even trying to somebody that is trying and they're doing their best and that they're working as hard as they can in that situation basically.
Absolutely. I mean, you would be shocked, because I'm in different situations all the time. Not only, all right, you're interviewing me now because I put out my own record or whatever, but I mainly play with Willie Nile. But I'm also in all these other situations, and I'm in situations where there's a bunch of people in the room who read music well.
Wow.
And I'm still the only guy in the room who doesn't read, but I know the song better than everyone in the room. It's because they don't feel like they needed to work so hard at home. Oh, I'll just read. I'll just show up at rehearsal, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm usually the guy that always gets called back when there's people do another gig.
Yeah.
Because I show up on time. I show up prepared. It's that old saying, when it still holds true. You hit your mark, show up on time, show up prepared. Don't be an ass. Don't be someone no one wants to be around. Don't be a know-it-all. You be a cool person and work hard, and people will keep hiring you again. And these days, I actually have a lot of gigs because of that.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. It definitely shows a lot of work for a musician to get their way out there. But a little bit going back to just so everybody has an idea of, who you are and what you have done. I know you were born and raised in Brooklyn, and it was Brooklyn and New York City. Brooklyn's in New York City.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not 100% wrong. There are other Brooklyns. There's a Brooklyn in Missouri.
That's right.
There's a Brooklyn in one of the other states. So yeah, you're not so wrong. But I was born and raised in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, New York, right next to Coney Island. Actually, and I still live there now.
Okay. Wait, Coney Island. There was a lot of musicians that performed there.
Yeah, these days it's opened up. Coney Island's opened up to a lot of new music, and a lot of hipsters are moving there now. I mean, it's far enough away from New York where I don't think it'll become another Williamsburg type of vibe, But yeah, if you haven't been to Coney, you should show up. It's really cool.
Show up. I love that. So within your starting your music career, how old were you? I mean, when you first, started singing and getting yourself out there and everything.
Well, when I was now I started playing and learning how to play when I was about 13, and literally within a year, the guy I was learning with, me and my friend, that same guy who was pretending to be Ace Frehley with the paddle, he had a neighbor, this guy, Emil Crisatello, who was a guitar teacher. So he was teaching me bass and my friend Mike guitar at the same time while blowing pot smoke in our face back then. And what happened was Mike's brother had a band, and the singer of that band had a bunch of original songs. So my very first instrument being bass, and then my very first band is now an original band because this guy gave us his songs. He said, I want to manage you kids, and then within a year and a half after that, we were actually playing gigs with his original songs. But I found myself writing bass lines to this guy's original songs, writing my own bass lines.
That's amazing.
And I was getting really creative, even though I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing. And there's a magic to when you're that age where everything is completely open
Yes.
where you're not, yeah, you know what I mean. Like you're not like pinhole to all the rules. You're breaking every rule because you don't even know them. So I was in a magical state at that point, and it really worked out. It really worked to my benefit. And then when you mentioned singing, I didn't know I could sing. All of a sudden, I just said, well, there's a harmony to that lead vocal, so I'm going to sing the harmony. So I became the background guy from day one. I just have a high voice. I mean, I was 13, 14, 15. Of course I had a high voice. But for some reason, I'm 50 years old now, and I still have a really high voice. I'm always the high harmony
High voice.
in whatever band or whatever situation I am. Yeah,
Yes.
like a lot of times there's a girl part in the song, and live I'll be the one singing the girl part if there's no girl in the band. You know, I'll do that part because I think I must be a soprano or an alto. Yeah.
Johnny, one question, since you said like girl part, would you ever do Frankie Valli? Have you done Frankie Valli?
You know, I can.
Ooh!
I'm capable of doing it, but the thing is,
It hurts, right?
I feel like I think I know your next question because I've had so many people come up to me and go, "You need to audition for Jersey Boys. You look just like him. It would be perfect." And you can
And you're
I can
Brooklyn.
sing the falsetto.
Yeah.
But I would have to they go through this training thing when you're the Frankie Valli guy in that band, and they have like 3 or 4 of them
Correct.
every night
Your
just
prized
in case one
possessions.
guy. Yeah, because when I start to lose my voice, the first thing to go is my falsettos, is my super highs.
That's true.
So in a Broadway situation, you can't get away with like, hey, I'll just get this note out by screaming. Like you can't do that. It has to be perfect every night. So I'm not like trained enough, but I know I can do it.
Can you do
it would just take some training.
Would you be able to do a little now? Just to do like...
If I could, I actually can't be loud where I am right now.
Okay.
Otherwise, I totally would.
Hey, when you come to the studio
can-
live, though, in, I think we have one date
live.
in March. Would you be able to do
Yeah.
it then?
Oh my God, yeah! I'll help out some Frankie Valli for you.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh, boy. I need to get an autograph after,
Yeah.
too. It's like Frankie
But
Valli.
I actually have to, yeah. Like, in order to sing some higher notes, I actually can't do them low volume. Like, sometimes to get the higher notes out and get them out correctly,
Yes.
I actually need to not, belt, but I do need to put some air behind it and some push behind it. And I'm in a place right now where I can't do that.
No problem. I totally
But I
understand.
promise to do it, yeah.
But I know we
Yeah,
have music, and people are dying to listen to, what we have. We have 9 tracks, I think my father said. What would you like to play? What would we like to talk about for,
Well, this is a record. Well, I could tell you how this whole thing kind of got started, the long version, but I'll try to keep it as short as possible. So, 1997, 1996, the Ramones finally retired.
Okay.
And the drummer of the Ramones, Marky Ramone, he didn't want to stop. So he had this original band called Marky Ramone and the Intruders.
Correct.
So so he had me as his bass player. So I toured the world with him for 4 years. And we put out 2 records. So we were going to put out a 3rd record. And during that time, it was probably like 98, 99, I was writing for that 3rd record. So some of these songs were actually going to be on that 3rd record 20 years ago. And
That's
those
amazing.
songs are The Streets of Sao Paulo.
Okay.
I'm all roughed up from growing up but it's not the real title, but that's the clean version. There's
I
a
got
different
you.
word on
Yeah.
the other version.
Yeah,
And then
I could
there's
tell.
actually I was working on the Know-It-Alls back then, and then and actually the song Don't Think is actually on Marky Ramone and the Intruders' 2nd record. All I did for this was I added a bridge, so I kind of updated it for this.
Okay.
So then 20 years goes by, and I just felt like putting out a punk record. It's something I always wanted to do. And how it turned out is it's not all punk. Some of the songs are punk and some of them aren't.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite song is called My Love I Love, and that is not it's not a punk song. I think it's just rock. But it gets heavy metal in the middle.
Ooh,
and
that might be my
the
favorite
other
right now.
version,
We might need to play that one.
you know that one? I think it's track 5. maybe?
Okay. I think that might be one because I'm a big metal fan. My love, yeah. I think we're gonna play that one.
My
But you
Love,
can
I
continue.
Love.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you want to play that one, when you hear something that sounds like a low synthesizer, that's actually me playing bass through an envelope filter. So that's to me, that's one of the greatest bass
Oh
lines
my
I
gosh!
ever wrote.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, and the lyrics are vulgar in the other version, but in this version, I gave you the clean version because you guys can't curse on the radio. So I actually have two versions of every song. I have the version with cursing and the version without, because I didn't want people to not be able to play it in the car with their kids, or radio stations like yourself to not
Of
be able to
course.
play it.
Well, you're
So
gonna
I
get
actually
airplay
put
tonight,
together
and I'm
a-
sure right after that,
Yeah, I
my
wanted
father
to-
will still play you. So.
What's that?
I said you'll get airplay tonight on the DJ Danny show, and then I'm sure right after, well, other shows around might pick you up as a guest as well. But my dad will give you airplay
would
on the
love that.
station.
That sounds great. I love it.
So we're gonna play my love, my love. What's it called?
Sounds good.
My love,
My love.
Yep.
my love. We're gonna play and we'll be right back. Anytime, any soon. Oh my gosh, I love it! You guys play this song yet?
Just a lady, my love, I love. She's gonna save me, my love, I love. She wants to thrill me, my love, I love. She's gonna kill me, my love, I love. My love, I love. My love, I love. Take me out, I wanna dance. No one else will take a chance with me. You see, pick me up and shake me down, throw me out into the crowd. I'm free to be. She's just a lady, my love, I love, who makes me crazy, my love, I love. She wants a slave, she's my love, I love. A slave she made me, my love, I love, my love, I love. She likes to beat me. She wants a three-way. She likes to DJ. I said, why? I like her pink smell out on the dance floor. I watch her lips pout. She's in an uproar, and when she's uptight, my girl is alright. She's got a nice mouth. We're gonna rock now. Just a lady, my love, I love, who makes me crazy, my love, I love. She wants to bleed me, my love, I love, until I'm empty, my love, I love, 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 my love, my.
And we're back to the DJ Danny Show on HamiltonRadio.net, stream HR2 with Joe Pisano. We just heard My Love, or My Love, All Love. My Love, Love. What is it called?
My love. It's like four words that I combined into one word. My love, I love.
I love. Okay, I keep hearing it like My Love, but I was like, I swear it's maybe I Love. Yeah, no,
I love.
that's an awesome tune to rock out to.
Awesome.
It's
Glad
so
you like it.
catchy. I do. If you saw the Facebook Live right now, I was jamming out to it. So no, it's
Awesome.
It's amazing. Reading a little bit into your bio, I was trying to see, because I know you performed with so many musicians. Did you want to go over a couple of people who you performed with, or how you got in touch with a lot of them, or if they got in touch with you?
A lot of those kind of fell in my lap. I got lucky.
Ooh.
I was honored to play with, like for one, the Deborah Harry. That was an amazing honor. What happened was the Hurricane Katrina happened in Louisiana, and then they had this benefit for it, and Jesse Malin is kind of friends with her and connected to her, and she wanted to perform at this benefit, so he put together a band for her.
Okay.
And it was me and Danny Sage from D-Generation and Joe McGinty on keyboards, and Michael Wildwood is Danny's brother, who's also in D-Generation. And we got to back her up, and it was pretty cool. And then it happened one more time for a different benefit for Katrina. Yeah, and it was a really great cause at the same time. And the first night we did it at Irving Plaza, and it was pretty cool because it was my birthday my birthday was happening at midnight that night, and I was chatting with her, and I said, yeah, and it's my birthday at midnight. She goes, what? And she stood up and gave me a big hug. It was like this whole moment like I had with her, and it was just to chat with her alone for a while was really great.
Especially for
and
your
I
birthday.
try to avoid being like a fanboy and talking to her about Blondie and stuff. We were just talking about like, where to get good Chinese food in the area and stuff like that. She's a pretty awesome chick. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. That's really amazing.
Yeah.
I know that you've like performed alongside Bruce Springsteen. I mean, everybody loves Bruce Springsteen, especially in Jersey, from Asbury. So.
Well, I can tell you what's great about Bruce is there's so many times people like when they meet their heroes,
yeah,
or people they really admire, and the guy turns out to not be so nice. It's really disappointing, and people would actually stop listening to people's music because of that.
I mean, I've heard
But
that
let me tell you,
Go on.
What's that?
No. I was gonna say I've heard that he's not as as nice as everybody thinks. But I mean, your ego gets to you.
He is. He's actually. I'm sure everyone has their moments.
Yes.
And who knows who might have caught him at a bad moment. But I could tell you, he is amazing. He is the coolest guy. It sucks when you meet someone that isn't, and it's like that you're a big fan of this person, and they turn out to not be so nice. You're like, oh my God, but this guy, let me tell you, you could hang with him all night and just talk about anything.
Okay, so Bruce is
great,
nice.
Really
okay,
down
good.
to earth.
That's good. That's very good to hear because
Yeah.
you hear rumors from other people,
Absolutely.
and you don't know what you're supposed to listen to unless somebody actually was on tour or performed near him or around
Right.
him or something like that.
He also travels around by himself a lot in Rumson, where he lives in Jersey, and sometimes he'll wind up like at an ice cream store. And I heard a story where like he was at a shop or whatever, and these guys like surrounded him, and there wasn't just he just got uncomfortable, and he just was really nice about it. And he said, "Hey guys, no big deal. You want an autograph? Whatever you want." Like it's like they wanted a piece of him or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
He was just trying to. He doesn't want to be like this rock star guy that has to travel with bodyguards all the time the way a lot of people do. But he is that caliber of person that can and sometimes should travel with bodyguards, especially with his political views, But I could tell you he's a great guy. And how that came about was I played with Willie Nile at this Light of Day Parkinson's disease benefit every year. And whenever Bruce is around, and he's not, lately he's been on Broadway the past few years, but when Bruce is home, he'll come to Paramount Theater, and he'll come play a song with us. So he'll play a Willie Nile song with us. So he'll hang in the dressing room a little bit and go over the song, and then we'll pop on stage. And he's just very generous that way. He's just a really good guy. And sometimes we'll be driving around, and Willie will be texting with him. And he'll be giggling. He'll be like, look, I'm texting with Bruce. And it's like, it's hysterical.
Well, that's
it's really
amazing.
Funny. Yeah.
You have like crazy insiders that you guys can all have, just to know that you'll stay friends and close. That's the best thing, especially with a musician.
It would be nice, yeah. Absolutely.
So what about, I know you've also performed with Billy Joe Armstrong, Joan Jett,
Yep.
Alice Cooper, Deborah Harry, Keith Pearson, and so many more. This list can go on forever.
Yeah, there's a bunch. It's like I said, some of them are just one-offs, and it just I played with Alice Cooper one night, and you know what? I'm taking it. It gives me bragging rights, so I'm taking it. So
Oh,
that
you
was
should.
at Bob
Alice
Bruin.
Cooper's awesome. You need to tell us about that night.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Bob Bruin is a famous photographer. He did a lot of the John Lennon photos, and I think he turned either 50 or 60. It was a big birthday party, and a bunch of artists came. And I think Billy Joel Armstrong actually came that night as well, because I played with Billy Joel about 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah.
But Alice Cooper showed up that night, and we were the house band. So if Billy Joel came up, we did a bunch of punk songs, a Green Day song, whatever. You know, Alice Cooper came up, and we did 18, the song called 18 with him.
Okay.
And it was awesome. We were all like psyched to do it. It was me, Matt Hogan, Randy Schrager on drums, Derek Cruz on guitar, and it was great. Yeah, and then his wife was sitting there, and it was really crowded, really small place. So I grabbed her and I said, "Hey, here's the mic. Sing with us." So she actually, you know, she didn't know what to do, and I was like, "Come here, come here." So I put her in front of the microphone, and then Bob Bruin came up. So we all sang background and played, backing him up to the song 18, and
That's
was magical.
amazing.
He looked at us and he was like, "You guys know this, right?" And we were like, "Yeah, we gotta go," and we just killed it. We like really put a lot of energy behind it, and it was a really great moment for us to back him up. Yeah.
Now, what
That
if
was
you got
really
the
cool. But
chance?
Billy,
No, go on.
what's that?
No, continue.
No, the Billy Joe Armstrong thing was, you know, he's when I used to play with Jesse Malin, he's jumped on stage a few times with us, played with us. New Year's Eve, the past few years, he's the MC and plays a bunch of punk songs at Berlin.
Yeah.
And one of Jesse Malin's bars. And again, I'm like one of the house band members that back him up. So we're doing Green Day tunes and Iggy Pop and all kinds of punk songs all night. So that's really cool. So that's been a handful of times. Even Little Steven came up and did that a few times with us. He jumped on stage with us.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
I've been fortunate in that way to share a stage with these people that I've always admired so much.
And what about your acting career? Because I know you've been in a lot of shows, a couple of shows as well, and one of them also being my father's favorite show. He won't stop watching Gotham. He wants to know really badly who you played.
Oh, Gotham, yeah. Well, again, that's another thing that the way that happened was I don't really consider myself an actor, but I can do it.
Okay.
And I wound up doing a few short films where I actually did have lines.
Okay.
One of them being Staring at the Sun is Harry Greenberger's film. He's putting it in film festivals or airing it right now, actually, and I've gotten a few. I got like 5 or 6 lines or whatever playing this character Mason, and that's a great movie about 2 Orthodox Jewish girls that run away from home to experience, you know, life or whatever, and
Yeah.
they get into all kinds of trouble. Another film I did as a short was I was actually played upright bass, because I play upright bass too, in a film, and I had a couple of lines with this other guy that was called One Night Only. But the thing people kind of see me once in a while when they're watching TV is I'm an extra.
Okay.
I don't have lines. I'm just an extra.
But you're still an
And it's
extra.
fine.
You're on the
It's
show.
good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on the show. I'm hanging out with everyone at this. But the reality is, as an extra, you know, I'm just doing it for extra money, because I'm a musician, you know, that's always looking for work.
That's true.
You know,
That's very true.
And I can survive. I'm very fortunate. I can survive just being a musician right now. But if money's to be made, I'm going to do it. I'm a workaholic. So and you never know when the dry spell comes, and Christmas is coming, and you know the rent has to get paid.
Well, Thanksgiving's
bills have to
next
get
week,
paid.
so.
That's right. Things are coming. So I had to. So I was touring with this girl, and she had a connection with a casting agent. So I started playing bass in films that needed a bass player.
Okay.
And one, I was just faking it in a film. Another time, I actually went in the studio. I recorded for the film, and then I played in the film. It was Bruce Springsteen. Heidi Klum was there, and it just kept going. So now I joined the Actors Union, and that was probably 2007. So
Okay.
from then until now, every once in a while, I can just, you know, put in for work, and if I get it, Maybe you'll see me walking in Law and Order as a priest. That did happen, in a priest outfit. Or you might see me on The Sopranos when Silvio got shot, when little Stevie got shot in the
Yeah,
parking lot
I know
of
you were on The
thing.
Sopranos.
You'll see me there.
Okay.
Or Gotham. What happened on Gotham was one of the episodes, I can't remember what, the Penguin decided to try to kill the mayor, and he had his whole posse dress up exactly like him. So there were like 40 penguins, and I was one of the penguins. They did my hair, they put me in his outfit, and then the Penguin, Robin, the actor Robin, he taught us how to walk, how to do his walk with the gun. So we all showed up with these shotguns, and we're marching to go help him kill the mayor. And this whole fiasco happened. There were stuntmen busting through windows, and it was a really fun couple of days. And that
Wow,
was
that's
a
actually
great memory.
Yeah, that sounds very
Yeah,
fun and
and on
eventful.
And on the episode, you'll see at the end, after all the chaos is over, you'll see a couple of penguins walking. You'll see me. I got my hands behind my back in handcuffs, and they're arresting us. So you kind of see me pretty clearly there, and sometimes you'll see me marching with the other penguins. But that was really fun. Gotham is an amazing show.
My dad has a
treat it like
huge
movie.
addiction to it. Did you see
I
that
love that
episode,
show,
Father? You saw the episode about penguins? Okay. He watched the whole, I think he finished the whole seasons. All 4
Oh,
seasons.
that's awesome. I'm
so-
not actually caught up on it. Yeah, and sometimes my neighbor has an 80s car, and they want like these, they want 80s, 90s cars
Yes.
for it. So sometimes I just drove my neighbor's car in Gotham. I'm just hanging out working on set. But another time I actually was standing in, if you know what a stand-in is on a film, is that if you're the same height and coloring as the main actor, you'll study what he does for whatever scene, and then you have to kind of do what he did so that they could get the lighting and the sound right. So you're more or less like a cardboard cutout that moves on its own. It's not a big deal, but you just have to pay attention. So
Yeah.
I got to stand in for the lead actor for Gordon. I stood in for Gordon, so I got to hang out with him just a little bit, and it was kind of cool. He's a really nice guy. He's very focused, on what he's doing.
Is
So
that-
that's why he's so great.
That's not Donovan, is it?
I don't know what his real name is.
Okay, because one of
What's up?
them is Donovan. Who plays Donovan? Donovan is the guy that's from Gone for Life. That's his real character's name, like his real name. Yeah.
Oh,
But what is
I don't
his?
know what Gordon's real. I forgot what his real name was.
He's the
What his
captain. My
real
dad
name is.
said.
I'm drawing a blank on it. Yeah, now he's captain. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
Yeah, when I was standing in for him, he was still a cop when I was standing in for him, but I know now the show has progressed a couple of seasons. Now he's captain, yeah.
He's actually somebody I've been trying to get on my show because I've been watching him ever since Grounded for Life. That was my favorite TV show. So that was
Oh, I
it
didn't
was
know
in
he
Staten
on that.
Island,
Okay.
right? It was in Staten Island, that show. They recorded it in there. So
Oh, is that right? Very cool.
that's a good show. If you're looking
Yeah,
for
sure.
another show to binge, that's an amazing show. Very family
Yeah,
and
so,
fun.
and then like even now I'll still do extra work in between playing gigs.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it's available, I have a couple of days off, I'll throw it in. If sometimes you go for the work, you don't always get it. But I'm actually doing one there's a TV show, Tales of a City or something, and I'm playing a 1966 cop.
Oh, okay.
So this Friday and Tuesday I got to work doing
Tales
that.
of-
Yeah.
what is it
You-
called?
Tales of a City is the name of it. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, that
But,
sounds
to
familiar.
let
That's
you know.
why.
Yeah.
And what about some of your television appearances?
As an extra, yeah. I mean, I've been on a bunch of stuff. I
Correct.
can't even remember it all, but
Well, no. Like,
yeah, I mean,
did you perform some music on a lot of these, or are these from acting, like The Tonight Show with Jay Leno
No,
or
the-
Conan O'Brien?
Right. When I was on Jay Leno, that was with Jesse Malin. Jesse Malin was the guest on that show.
Okay.
And we also did that on Conan, and we did 2 different songs. It was like a year or 2 in between. And then, I've done that a few times. And there's a bunch of that, like Marky Moore and the Intruders played on the Uncle Floyd Show, or
The Artie Lang Show or
yeah.
Seth Meyers. Yeah.
the Artie Lang. Yeah, that was with Willie Nile. Yeah, there was some good ones. And we did VH1 Big Morning Buzz with Carrie Keegan. It was really great.
Yeah, that definitely
She
puts your
had us
name
on
out there though too, like being in all these, appearances, or from
Yeah.
the appearances being on the TV shows and then being a musician. So people are be like, "Who's this person?" And you have your platform built out for you. Did you also perform with the Counting Crows?
I did. And how that happened is we opened up for them with Jesse Malin, and actually we opened up for them with Willie Nile as well. But when you open up for them, they always make you come out and play a song or two with them. Whether you want to play tambourine, or they handed me a guitar and they said, "Look, the whole song is 3 chords. This is how it goes." So you're just up there jamming along with these guys, and they're a huge band. So it was really great. Really fun time. So I've done that 3 or 4 times with those guys. And now I'm friends with Dave Immergluck, the guitar player, mandolin player, and Adam Duritz is great. Me and Willie were just at Adam Duritz's house. He has this concert series where they film these bands in his living room. It was really awesome. And so he's a really great guy. He's really down to earth to have all these strangers in his house like that.
Yeah,
And
nobody
it
is
was really
freaking
great
out about
music.
it.
Every band was amazing. It was really cool. So yeah, that happened. And there's a guy named Billy Thompson. I really have to mention him because I feel so bad he died. He was their guitar tech, and he was just a really awesome guy. And he's one of those guys like I would keep in touch with once in a while, and he's just someone we'll miss. Just a really good guy. Yeah.
Wow. That's wow.
Yeah.
He passed away?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was
Rest
just
in
one of
peace.
those guys that is just like a wonderful guy. And it happens, There's a lot of that happens. It's just, it's part of life. And the older you get,
Yeah.
people start dropping,
Yeah.
for all kinds of reasons. It's just one of
It's
those
so
things.
sad. Crazy.
Yeah.
We should listen to some more music. We have like another 20 minutes left. What would you like to play, or what would you like us to play? Play like 2
We can
songs.
play a song. We play Superhero.
Okay. And what is a little bit about Superhero? Why is it called Superhero? Is there anything behind it that you would like to share with us?
Oh yeah, sure. I kind of wanted to write a song about what if you were dating a superhero,
Oh,
and
okay.
maybe that superhero is how cool that would be, all the good things they can do. But what if that superhero, maybe they were a little jealous, and
Oh.
they could still do all those things, but
Yeah.
maybe they're spying on you from outside your
Oh, my
building,
God.
floating in the air. They could do anything, but yet and they're jealous, and you're dating them. So the song kind of goes through. It's like, oh, this is really cool. Oh, well,
Ooh,
maybe
I
it's
like
not.
that.
Oh, it's
That
really
sounds-
cool. Maybe it's not.
See, you don't hear this
Yeah,
kind of
and
stuff.
there was and when I was, it's kind of like there was a movie actually called My Super Ex-Girlfriend.
Okay.
And Uma Thurman was the superhero in it, and it was kind of I didn't get it from that, but later on I realized it's kind of like that. And when I was a kid, there was a cartoon called Mighty Mouse, and what I did was I took that cartoon.
There was a ride
the
too in
theme,
Seaside.
Probably, yeah. There's probably a ride somewhere
Yeah.
in Mighty Mouse. But I took the theme song from the cartoon Mighty Mouse, and I covered it. I redid it,
Oh,
using Arlen Files. Arlen Files has all these great sounds in his home studio. And we recreated the theme, and that's the intro to the song Superhero.
All
So
right.
you'll hear this cartoon thing, and I'm singing that as well. And then there's the song, and at the end you'll hear swooshing, and as if Superman's flying around or whatever.
wow!
And
I'm
there's a
so
sen-
excited to
In the
listen.
middle of the song, I wrote a string part,
Okay.
violins, violas, and cellos, and I had Arlen play it. I kind of sang it to him so he could find the notes, and I sang it the way I wanted it, and he played it. So you'll hear in the middle of the song this, instead of a guitar solo or whatever, there's a string section. So if you want to listen for all that, that's what you're about to hear.
I'll listen for all of it. It sounds awesome. So we're gonna play that song.
Cool.
We'll come back, and then we can play another couple more songs, just so we can get your music out there, and then we'll promote
Yeah,
upcoming events and your information.
sounds great.
All right. So we're gonna play it.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Trouble never hangs around when he hears this mighty sound. Here I come to save the day. That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. Here I come to save the day. I can hear your voice from miles away, and it's your pain I'll take away. Whisper my name, I'll heed the call, and I'll be there to save the day. And so you understand, I just wanna be your man, 'cause whoa, I keep on telling you, I'm your superhero. You know I see right through the walls. You can't hide anything from me. Fingers faster than anyone's. I'll put your vibrator to shame. With my hand to change the seasons, I wear a cape for no damn reason. Whoa, I keep on telling you, I'm your superhero. No, I won't stop trying. Other people are dying. I can feel the weight of the world. And here I come to save the day. The attention's all I really want. You may not look at me the same. I'm gonna love you anyway. I can smell your darkest fears. I can take away your tears. I can tell you when you're lying, when you're sick or when you're dying. Whoa, I keep on telling you, I'm your superhero. Oh. I could stop tsunamis, educate the armies, with a symbol on my chest, rubber boots that make no sense. I can fly into your sun, behind 1,000 disguises. I can look like anyone, life will be full of surprises. Whoa, I keep on telling you, I'm your superhero. I keep on telling you, I keep on saying it, 'cause I'm your
And we're back to the DJ Danny Show on HamiltonRadio.net. Stream HR2 with Johnny Pisano. Johnny, I need to let you know, your songs are getting stuck in my head. I actually learned, I think, maybe like a hook of it, and now it's going to be in my head for the rest of the night because, like, I'm going to keep singing it.
Well, that's, you know what? There's no bigger compliment than that. So thank you very much. That's kind of the idea when when that's how you know when you write it, when you wrote a good song.
Oh, most
that
definitely.
It sticks in people's heads.
It's so
And
catchy.
it's kind of catchy.
And you had my mom
Yeah,
singing the Mighty Mouse theme song in the beginning. You woke her up, so I'm proud of that.
You know why? Because she remembers that. She knows that cartoon.
Yeah, she remembers
Yeah,
it. I'm
you may
sure
not-
my
you
dad
don't know
does
it, but
too.
Yeah, she remembers it.
Yeah. Go on, Dad.
Hold on. Not only do I know that, Johnny, I play that song every now and then just to get people to
You
remember
play
it.
on the air?
Yeah, oh, sure. You do Three Stooges, everything. I do all kind of comedy
Oh my
bits
God,
and
that's
oldies,
awesome.
Marx Brothers.
Would
And
you so you could hear how good Arlen Files did that great job.
Oh, he did a
He
wonderful
recreated
job.
every instrument,
Let me say.
and on his he's got this amazing like these samples of violins, violas. He's got samples of harps and every instrument, and then me and him just sang it, and it really sounds a lot like the original.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff. I got to ask you though. Make
Yeah,
sure that
thanks.
you send me all these songs in MP3 because my software won't play AIFF files.
Oh yeah, what I emailed to her is it's through email, so it has to be MP3.
No, it's
Yeah.
all AIF files.
The one I think your manager
oh, I-
might have sent me.
Dropbox are all AIF files.
I don't even know what that AIF
Oh,
means.
email. Okay, I could email you when I get home. I could email them again from my iTunes, so I know they're MP3.
Yeah, they should be because that's
know what I mean?
usually
I'll
wave,
make sure, yeah.
wave format or MP3 are the best. But the wave I can always convert, but MP3s I can play automatically right away. So
Right. Okay, I'll try to see if I can
Hi,
make sure
Tara.
I email you the either Wave or MP3.
Johnny, how
Great.
old are you right now?
50.
All right, you're 50, so you're a little bit younger than I. I'm 57, so
Okay.
you're kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
around
Well,
my
we're
wife's
from the
age.
same school.
Yeah, same school, same school of thought. You got that right. All right, I'll let you go
Yeah.
back to my daughter's
Yeah,
show.
man.
Go ahead.
Well, no, he's coming to the
Great, this is
studio
great.
in February. Oh, no, we said March, right? I'm so excited to have you come live. We're going to do
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
come in
bit of
March.
Frankie Valli. We're going to, oh my God, you might have to do the Superman song live and then the All My Love Is
No
All.
problem.
Everything
I
live.
have a lot of fun doing this. This is good. This is good stuff, and it all helps because it's not just tonight. This is, once it's on YouTube or whatever, you could just keep resharing the same interview. It
Almost.
goes on forever.
Oh, most definitely.
It's a
And I would
cumulative
love to
effect.
have you again. Are you serious? I'm glad you
Yeah,
got a
it's really
job,
cool.
though. I'm very glad because I know you were saying that you were looking to get a job. So I'm thankful and prayed and very thoughtful for you to get a job. But you need to make sure you come in March because I'm definitely waiting on you
Yeah.
at the studio.
Thanks. Yeah, no problem.
No, I
That's
think
great.
honestly your music is so inspirational and it's so uplifting, but it's so catchy that everyone that's going to tune in tonight, even my mom, might just start singing the Mighty Mouse theme song later because, it's so
That's perfect.
past her
That's-
day,
I love
but
that.
it
That's
brings
so
it
good.
back. Oh, most definitely. I think it's
Awesome.
amazing. And I can't wait to hear another song, but I wanted to know if you had sent any upcoming promotions or any upcoming events and stuff that you have going on that you would like to promote tonight on this show.
Well, the next time I'm actually doing my own stuff, I think is going to be at Light of Day, the Light of Day Parkinson's disease benefit
Oh
in
my God, that's
Asbury
so beautiful.
Park, and I'm not sure because they do it in New York too. And last year, the guy who runs Light of Day, his name is Tony Pellegrossi. He had me do it in New York, and I asked him this year, and we haven't really found a time, a date, and a place yet. So it might be in New York again, or hopefully maybe it'll be at Stone Pony or House of Independence or Wonder Bar during the Light of Day, which is the third weekend of January. That's the next time I'm doing my own stuff. But I'm doing a bunch of other gigs before that with other people, Willie Nile, and I'm playing Thursday night at Bowery Electric with Love Crush Velvet, and I'm playing with Earl Slick with Jeff Slate. Earl Slick was David Bowie's guitar player. I'm doing that on December 6th, and it just goes on. It's Sherman Ewing on December 7th.
Wow. Your schedule's booked.
Yeah, I have a lot of gigs.
That's amazing.
I'm
That's
booked
good.
up. It's good. Yeah.
Do you have any information on where people could purchase tickets, or do you have a website where people can follow your information to see upcoming events?
I do. Really easy. JohnnyPisano.com. JohnnyPisano.com.
And it's P as in Paul, correct?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it sounds like a T.
P as in Paul.
P as in Paul. Perfect.
Right. Yeah, because we're on the phone. Yeah, and then I do a lot of stuff on Facebook, a lot of promoting, and we have a lot of fun on there too. Me and the gang. There's a lot of good people in the community, in the social media community. They all come to shows, and so you could find me on there.
Okay.
Same thing. My name. Yeah, you could find me as me or Johnny Pisano's Punk Rock Pizzeria, and I'm on Spotify and Amazon and iTunes. You could find these songs there as well, but you'll find the cursing versions. But if
That's-
you want the clean versions, you got to ask me.
You got to ask him. You
Like you
specifically. You got to have him message you. I really wanted to know a question because looking up your name, the first thing you see is Punk Rock Pizzeria, and I was just wondering what exactly does that? Is that like your name? Is that what you go by? Because I know you do punk rock. Or where did pizzeria come in? Are you
Yeah, it
hungry?
was-
How did that come about?
Well, the thing is, like, it came about by literally just people that always made fun of my name.
Okay.
You know, not in a bad way. Just when I grew up in my neighborhood in Brooklyn, in Bensonhurst, it's like everybody had an Italian name. No one even thought twice about it. But when I started traveling with different bands and stuff, they always would like, oh, you're from Brooklyn. Oh, say coffee. Say car, say, you know, whatever. They would make me talk just because I sounded
Aw.
like Joe Pesci. So,
Joe
and Joe
Pesci.
Pesci's from Bensonhurst, so from what I understand. So I guess we all have the same Brooklyn accent. People got there's like a weird fascination with it. And just by people saying, oh, Paisano, because Paisano means friend. And I was even making fun of my own name. So I came up with this platform,
Yes.
almost making fun of it, using the pizza thing, the Italian thing. So I just wanted to put out a punk record, so I put all that together, and I just made it Johnny Pisano's Punk Rock Pizzeria. So that's the name of the project, and more or less that's the name of the record. Actually, the name of the record is Everybody Gets a Slice. That's another
Yes, I
joke
love
on a
that
joke,
for like
yeah, on top
pizzeria.
of a joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you familiar
Yeah.
with Vinny Zumo? He's in New York.
Zumo?
Yeah, he did a song called
No.
this Slice, and he's actually was
Oh,
the
did he? I want to hear it.
yeah he's an awesome guy, but he was the guitar player for the Joe Jackson band.
Oh, you're kidding.
Great-
I love
great-
it.
great guy,
I love Joe
too.
Jackson. It's one of my favorites.
A lot of Beatles. He
Wow.
loves a lot of Beatles, but his song The Slice is like pizza, just unbelievable. It's an awesome song. But the reason why I bring it up is because you guys are both from New York, so I just thought maybe you knew each other.
Well, I
So
gotta
are
look
the
out for
Jersey
his name
Boys?
because I'd love to. Yeah, I want to hear that song.
Okay.
Well, add him
Yeah,
on
that sounds
Facebook and
good.
send it to him, Dad.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to you. I'll add it on Facebook.
Yeah,
and
you
I'll
can
send it to
send
you.
it to me.
And I'll hook you up with Vinny. Vinny's a cool guy. Cool guy.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I
Cool.
love that.
So we're gonna close with one song. What song would you like to close with?
Oh, that's a good question. What song?
Because we have a lot still, right? We have like 5.
Let's see. Well, the Know It Alls is that's a pretty good punk song. The Pielicious Bitches, that's about pizza. That's pretty crazy. Midlife Crisis is kind of funny. Why don't we go with all roughed up from growing up? Let's go with Midlife Crisis.
Midlife Crisis. This
Sure.
is the heavy metal one, right?
This is no, it's punk. You know, it's pretty much punk. It's just kind of like a younger guy dating an older girl kind of thing. I'm just kind of poking fun of, you know, the whole record is more or less. I'm not taking myself seriously with any of this, and it's not even a song that has anything to do with me. It's just literally is just, you know,
Okay.
I just wanted to write a story about that more or less and kind of poke fun of it.
Actually, my father said that we're gonna play 2 more songs. So you pick one more, and he'll put it in the queue.
Okay.
What other song would you like
So
to do?
why don't you do it in this order? The Know It Alls
Okay.
and Midlife Crisis.
All right. We got it. All right, we're gonna play them.
Awesome.
Most folks like to get away from all the things that they want to say. They choke it up when they hold it down. The truth is they don't want you around. I look smart and I'm working hard. You look nasty and act like a snob. You never
Hey, Tony, what are you doing here?
How you doing? Ah, my wife, my mother-in-law, they dragged me down here to see this guy play.
Who the hell are you talking about?
I don't know, Jumper Jelly Bean, Jumper Jackrabbit. But if he touches my wife's arm again, I'm gonna jump down his throat.
I wanna be your man, I wanna be your dog, wanna be your prince, I wanna be your frog. Can't stand the thought of getting thrown out. Freeze dry to get to be thawed out. Don't wanna be your midlife crisis. I wanna be your bitch, I wanna be your snitch, to be on your side when worlds collide. I wanna be your slave, but I won't behave when you tie me up to get beat down. Don't wanna be your midlife crisis. I don't wanna be your midlife crisis. I wanna be your high when you wanna die. I wanna be your hope, your pillar of strength. I wanna hold your hand when you gotta puke. I wanna hold your hand, I'm at your command. I wanna be your wall when you're gonna fall. Wanna cover it all, but I can't run. Insecurity reaches out on the beaches and you're a creature of habit. Come play with me, cause you're in need. I'll drop the seed, you spill the juice. I don't wanna be somebody fool. I just wanna be somebody. I don't wanna be somebody's fool. I just wanna be somebody. Yeah. Come on, come on. Don't wanna be your midlife crisis. I wanna be your pimp, I wanna be your bitch, I wanna be your slut when we make love. I wanna be your heart, one with your soul. To lose my faith when I lose control. Use me like a god, your smoking gun. Kill me with your stares, I want you, I don't care. I take it out on me, it's gonna make me weak. It's gonna make me free, it's gonna make me wanna love. Be your midlife crisis. I don't wanna be your midlife crisis. I don't wanna be your. I don't wanna be your. I don't wanna be your midlife crisis.
Oh my gosh, what did I say? So every single song either makes me jump out of my seat, sing along, or want to learn the lyrics. 1 out of 3.
That's awesome.
They're amazing, and they're so like I literally look like I was like not doo-wopping in my seat, but like feeling like I'm swimming, like doing all that kind of fun dancing and stuff. So
That's
it's
so
awesome
great.
to
I'm
do.
so glad you like it. Well,
It-
at the end of the Know-It-Alls, I had Richard Manitoba. He's the singer of the Dictators.
Yes.
And he said a little thing at the end of the Know-It-Alls. He said, you're all a bunch of know-it-alls. I got him to do that. And at the beginning of Midlife Crisis is Matt Hogan, the guitar player, a friend of mine. He plays with Willie Nile as well.
Yes.
He played with Miley Cyrus. He's been around a lot. And Tommy London, who's his own artist. And I had a script.
I knew
more or
Willie
less.
Nile's
Me and
name
Matt
sounds
put
familiar.
together a script.
Yes.
And I kind of put that together. Yeah, it was kind of fun doing that. And it's like I said, the whole song there's some quirky, vulgar lyrics in there, but nothing, I took there was one curse in there I had to take out for the clean version. But yeah.
Good
times.
it's fun.
I'm glad
The
you like
one
it.
song we
I've
actually
had
played.
People tell me they really like to listen to it while they're in the gym,
Yeah.
while they're running. Some
yeah.
guy said he got a speeding ticket while he was driving. So
Blame it
I
on
don't
your
know.
music.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Blame it on the music. Yeah.
No, the one song we actually played before this was giving me vibes a little bit. I know you said that you were also performed or you did a show with Joan Jett. I literally felt we would rock you, in the one song, like the tune of it. It was just like it was just so epic. Sound kind of not like the same thing. Definitely your Mojo versus it, but it just gave me vibes of it, and it made it more,
Oh wow.
fun.
Awesome. Very cool.
So I just wanted to say that's amazing. And I just
Thank
want
you,
you to
yeah.
give out your information of your upcoming events one more time and where people can find you. and we'll close.
Okay. That sounds beautiful. Yeah, well, you could find me on the social media platforms. My name on Twitter, Johnny Pisano, JohnnyPisano. Same thing on Facebook. Same thing on Instagram. On Instagram, you'll see a picture of a pizza slice that says pie in it. And you'll see pictures of me on Facebook and Twitter. And I have my own website where I do list gigs. You could see the music is there. There's reviews on there, interviews on there, and of course the bio. And you know, I have an Etsy page that if you want to buy a T-shirt or a CD or a hoodie or I make clocks out of the CDs.
Oh my God! Of
Sculpture
course you did.
Look
at what you did.
There's all kinds of stuff on Etsy. So if you go to my website, johnnypisano.com, JohnnyPisano.com, and you go to the Etsy site from there, or you could just look me up on Etsy, and you could see all this fun stuff. And some people ordered forks for Christmas. I bend these forks,
Okay.
and I kind of put this stamp. Because I do this thing where I jump with the base. I kind of do a split in the air when I do it.
Okay.
So some people will like taking photos of it. So you'll see pictures of that on Facebook. But I also made like a rubber stamp, and I would put that on the fork that I made, and I call it the Fork U. So I put that stamp on the back, and then a friend of mine made these pizza slices out of wood. So I kind of. Sometimes you just get creative, whatever, and some people are into it. But you could also buy the CD, and, some people wanted signs. Some people don't even have CD players anymore, but they want the CD.
Yes, most
'cause they want
definitely.
the lyrics, there's the credits, the lyrics, there's photos, there's art drawings in there of like steroid versions of me flying through the air with a pizza cutter.
Well, I
Yeah,
honestly
good times.
think that's amazing with everything that you do, especially because you are a sculptor on the side, with all that. But I was going to say that, I mean, time's up. I had an amazing time having you. I hope you have a rest of the good a good Thanksgiving and a great New Year, because you'll be back on March
Thank you.
26th. So I'll be
Sounds great.
23.
Thank you so much.
Oh no, I'll be 22
right.
then. Actually, no, I'm 21. I'll be 22.
Awesome. Kick ass. That's great.
Well,
You're
thank you.
allowed in clubs now, so you could come see us play.
Actually, I'm allowed in clubs now. Yeah, 22 won't do anything.
Now you are. So you could come to the gigs.
Yeah, I definitely will. Well, thank you so much, and like I said, I hope you have a good rest of the year, and I'll see you in March, live at
You
the
too.
studio.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds good. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you so much.
Say-
Have a
say
good
good
one.
night to your
You
dad
too.
for me too.
All right. And just send
Okay.
him the MP3s
Bye.
when you can. All right. Bye.
I will. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.